Yeah, yeah, yeah. So many lies that you hear from the net, they don't get her respect. She reporting the truth, not a check. You want an unbiased opinion straight from the chest, not a bit of conflict or someone here for a check. Tune in, these are thoughts from a lawyer on a mission who goes so hard it's like she works on commission. Trolls in the comments might say she tripping cause they lack the knowledge, they don't know they missing. Got a couple current events that you like, wanna know about law from the eyes. Tired of all these blogs running lies because their agenda's a disguise. Tune in to the intellect, cause I'm sure y'all missing all the facts of the case that she steady is gifting. Someone here for the people, man, it's so uplifting. If you ain't subscribed yet, then you just omitting facts.
We're back. Hello, everyone. It is Pam Esquire, also known as Your Law Intellect, and we are here for video number 2. You guys probably didn't think I could do it, did you? Because I didn't think I can do it. That's why I was very vague earlier. I was like, I'll be back sometime this week. But then I said, Self said, you better get this Kevin Hart information up out here in these streets. So that's what I am about to do. If you guys would be so kind as to hit that like button so other people will know that I'm on. And I also did start like 15 minutes early as well. You guys know how I do. You know what I'm saying? This is how you should be at court. You should be a few minutes early. If you're on time, then you're late. So I try my best to get on here a little bit earlier, because I know I'm just going to chit chat and say random stuff until, for a good 10 minutes anyway. But hello to everyone. Thank you guys so much for joining me again for the second time. We were here earlier talking about the YSL shenanigans. If you missed that, make sure you go catch that when we get finished with this video. So you got a lot of content that you can consume from over here on Pam Esquire, the Law Intellect, because there was a lot going on. I mean, Woody was doing a lot. He went live. He was on there. He don't recall anything. We had his attorney ended up getting his suspension today from a previous situation he had in a family law case. He went over that earlier. We went over a few things. So make sure you guys catch up on that. But for right now, this video is going to be about Kevin Hart. So as most of you guys probably are aware, we went over a lawsuit that was filed by JT Jackson. And so what is very interesting about that lawsuit, for those of you that don't know, he was accused of extortion when that SEX tape came out with Kevin Hart and Montia over there in Vegas. So somehow I was looking at a lot of the information and the evidence. I don't know how they got to JT. I'm still baffled at how they even got his name and pulled his name as being a part of this. But nonetheless, he was arrested. He went through a whole process for a good year and a half. He was ridiculed. He was on being talked about because it was like Kevin's best friend, one of his best friends recorded him, and his cheating on his pregnant wife at the time. And his reputation has basically been demolished. One thing that is hard to do is to regain your reputation. He has been struggling since this accusation came out. So it sounded like, because there was a friendship at one point with Hart, that JT slowly was trying to get resolution with him without it turning into a big media thing. So according to the lawsuit that we read before that he has filed against Kevin Hart, he tried to talk to him over the years like, hey, you said you were going to get out here and you were going to let people know that it wasn't me, that, you value this friendship just so we can get my reputation back. Then it was alleged, I guess, that Kevin Hart said, oh, and I'm going to help you so that you can get more gigs. But apparently it was similar to like what Monique was talking about when she said that Kevin Hart, makes some promises at times, according to Monique. I ain't worked with the man. And sometimes he ain't good on his word. So he didn't help JT. So then I guess JT was trying to do some negotiations behind the scenes. Kevin Hart was like, that ain't work. So then JT said, well, I think I'm going to file a lawsuit then. So we went over the lawsuit of which he filed against Kevin Hart. And then, it got a little, spark for a couple of days. I don't know what happened behind the scenes, but apparently JT was like, you know what? I'm about to put some information on here to let folk know that I have receipts to back up everything that I have said. So what JT did was he amended his complaint about a week ago. When he amended this complaint, he added some receipts, like he added some links, he added a transcript, and there is also audio to that transcript. And we got the audio. I'm not gonna play the whole audio. I might put the entire thing in the membership, but I'm definitely gonna play part of it. So I'm not gonna go over the complaint because we went over that before, and I'll link it at the end for those of you that missed it. But I am going to add, I'm going to go over the factual part that he did amend. So you guys know that there is audio that he has that is attached to all the allegations that he amended in this complaint. I'm just sitting here like, so what's going to happen next? Clearly, JT got some ammunition and some receipts and information, and he's trying to, it feels like, this is just my opinion, that he really don't want to do this because he still has some type of love for Kevin. But then he got to live too. He got a wife, he got a family, and you want to play. Okay, if you want to make me have to play hardball, then I guess that's what I'm gonna have to do. So when he amended this complaint, these are the lines that he added. Okay, so let me just go over the factual allegations because I think he added the amendment around paragraph 25. So let's go up to 22. This is what JT is alleging. He said, plaintiff is known professionally as JT Jackson, had a successful acting career from 2003 to 2018, during which he booked 132 jobs, averaging approximately 8 bookings per year. However, his career was unjustly derailed by unfounded extortion charges related to Hart's SEX tape incident, causing plaintiff to suffer profound reputational damage. These charges, although ultimately dismissed, inflicted significant emotional distress on plaintiff, plus professional setbacks and financial losses. The fabricated evidence and criminal charges against plaintiff provide the background and context for Hart fraudulently inducing plaintiff to sign the contract, which is described below. So those of you that don't know, after JT Jackson entered into a contract with Kevin Hart, of which Kevin was supposed to make specific language in a video, he wasn't asking for my money, from my understanding. But Kevin got out, basically said what he said, and didn't say everything that he was supposed to say. So let's get into it. So in August of 2017, plaintiff and Hart, along with others, were in Las Vegas. During this trip, Hart engaged in an extramarital sexual intercourse with Savage. I mess her name up all the time, but y'all know what I'm talking about, which was recorded and posted online. Despite plaintiff's lack of involvement in the creation and dissemination of this tape, he was wrongfully implicated in an alleged extortion scheme against Hart. These baseless accusations stem from deliberate misrepresentations and false information provided by Hart and his legal team to the district attorney's office, particularly to DA investigator Robin Letourneau. Hart and his team fabricated evidence and provided misleading statements that had contributed and led to the wrongful implication and arrest of the plaintiff. So this is where we add all this new stuff. They need to give me a show over there on A&E or something so that I could be the narrator. Kevin Hart's interview with DA investigator Robin Letourneau. On September 18, 2017, Hart was interviewed by DA investigator Robin Letourneau regarding the events surrounding the alleged extortion Hart report. During the interview, at minute mark 13 minutes and 4 seconds to 13 minutes and 20 seconds, Hart admits to the investigator that no one else was in his private bedroom within his suite on the night of the recording except Savage, Miss S, and another female friend. Hart emphasizes that no one else had access to his room. At minute mark 14 minutes and 50 seconds to 15 minutes and 53 seconds, Hart states that he was discombobulated and not in control of his actions, but implies that Sabaj was aware of the camera's placement. Hart suggests that Sabaj knew where to position herself and Hart to be recorded. At minute mark 17 minutes and 56 seconds to 18 minutes and 59 seconds, Hart mentions that all his friends, including plaintiff, were only in Hart's suite for about 10 minutes, which was located downstairs and not upstairs where Hart's private room was located where the recording took place. This contradicts any implication that plaintiff had an opportunity to place or manipulate the camera. At minute mark 19 minutes and 8 seconds, Hart notes that the only people who could have taken pictures or been involved besides Miss S was her friend Morgan, and he reiterates that no one else, including plaintiff, was involved. At minute mark 20 minutes and 11 seconds to 35 seconds, Hart again confirms that the only individuals who had access to his private bedroom was Savage and her female friends. At minute 24 minutes and 1 seconds to 25 minutes and 16 seconds, Hart states, quote, "I'm a calculated guy and I know how to maneuver. There's no way I can be videotaped sleeping in bed with somebody else in the room with me not having knowledge of a person in the room." When Letourneau asks, "So you believe this was all calculated during the time that you were sleeping in that bed by yourself?" Hart responds, "Yes, 100%. She had the materials to go and set it up." At minute mark 30 minutes and 2 seconds, 33 minutes and 51 seconds, Hart explains how he learned about the tape being shopped around to celebrity media outlets like Media Takeout. This indicates a focus on selling the tape rather than extortion. Hart states he was, quote, "informed about the video by Fred for Media Takeout, not directly by the purported seller," highlighting that he was not directly contacted or threatened or extorted. The seller's email to Fred mentioned the tape would not come cheap and could ruin Hart's career, framing it as a sales pitch and business deal rather than a direct threat. Hart describes Fred's engagement with the seller, who sent screenshots from the video supporting that it was a negotiation to sell the video, not an extortion. It was then that Hart asked Media Takeout to engage in this negotiation. Importantly, the investigation revealed that the seller of the sex tape had no idea he or she was negotiating with representatives of Hart, as the fact was never communicated in any email exchanges between Media Takeout, Kevin Blatt, and the seller. Kevin Blatt, who presented himself to the seller as a, quote, Hollywood sex tape broker, what? Not a sex tape broker, is referred to by Hart in this section of the interview as, quote, "my guy." The seller believed he or she was dealing directly with celebrity gossip sites interested in buying the content. Hart, Kevin Blatt, and Fred negotiated the price with the seller, reinforcing the transactional nature of the interaction. DA investigator Robin Letourneau confirmed under oath at a September 23, 2019 preliminary hearing that the interaction between all parties was seen as a business deal and not extortion. This detailed evidence collectively shows that Hart was involved in a negotiation over the sale of the video, not extorted, which is extremely crucial for understanding the legal and public perception of the incident. At minute mark 34 minutes and 58 seconds, Hart reaffirms there was no one else in his private room, strengthening the claim the plaintiff was not involved. At minute mark 36 minutes and 55 seconds, Hart states that the only friend in his suite was Damian Wayans, who stayed downstairs and never went to the private bedroom. At minute 40 minutes and 20 seconds through 45 minutes and 10 seconds, Hart confessed. Y'all listening? Hart confessed to DA investigator Letourneau that Hart met Savage, Sabaj, Miss S, the lady in the tape, again in Los Angeles after the Las Vegas trip, further questioning Hart's claims and narrative of being a victim of any crime committed. According to Hart's interview, he and Sabaj, Savage, Miss S, the lady in the tape, met at the Amended Hotel in West Hollywood, California, where he elaborated on their meeting location. And it's all on tape, y'all. I heard it for myself. Additionally, officials named in plaintiff's Section 1983 complaint, including members of the LA County District Attorney's Office, contributed to the false accusations. Oh my goodness. I don't think we need to read all of this. All right. So let's get it. So that is the background information, guys. The complaint has been amended. I want you guys to let me know if you guys can hear this audio. Let me know if you can hear it or if I got to put it on my phone. Let me see. Hold
on. Yeah, okay. Now,
put a one in the chat if you can.
I want to be completely honest with this whole thing. There's one party that I want to leave nameless because I know he's a married guy and I don't want him caught up in the stuff that was me because I saw him while I was there.
Okay.
And I believe that he was the original target. My friend, he's a billionaire. So the reason why I say that is I was supposed to go to Barcelona, Spain. Okay? And on that day, the terrorist act happened in Barcelona. So I canceled my trip, and my friend was going to Vegas. I said, yo, I'm not going to Barcelona. I'll go and hop on a plane with you. He had his own plane. I said, when are you leaving? He was like, in about 45 minutes. If I can get there, I can make it. I'm already packed. When I get there was 3 girls on the plane with him. Montia was one of the girls, Morgan was the girl, and a girl named Claire. Those are the 3 girls with him. Now, I believe that the way that they came across him is that me and my friend that I just keep names right now, we all run in the same circles. We all play poker. We play high-stakes poker together. We're gambling buddies, for lack of a better word. So I think some of the girls may have worked some of the games, and that's where they knew him from, or maybe he's seen one of them. I've never seen any of them, so I think that would be where he possibly knew them from. So because they were with him, I'm thinking they're cool girls.
Right.
They're with him. We go to Vegas. They went with him to wherever they were staying. He could not stay with me. They were at another hotel, and if my memory serves me correctly, I think it was a Venetian, if I'm not mistaken. I stayed at the Cosmopolitan Hotel. So when we got there, I went to go play in a high-stakes poker game at the Aria, which is where I played. That night, they called me. They said, Kev, my friend that they were there with, he called me and said, Kev, we're going to dinner and we're going to go out. Come hang with us. I said, okay, cool. Okay? We go out, and when we go out, we're partying, we're having a good time. We're having fun. My friend said, Kev, do you do Molly? I said, no. I said, I already fuck with drugs like this. This is something that can be proven. You can test me, drugs are not in my system. He said, come on, Kev, to me, I'll never let you do anything. He said, do it for me. I said, man, I haven't done that shit in years. I said, I'm not doing it. I said, give me half. Give me half of it, okay? And I'll put it in my drink when it's watered down, okay? That way it's watered down. I do the half because it's in my drink. I'm fine. I'm fine. We're drinking. The night is good. As that night goes, I'm now with the girl Monty at the end of the night, okay?
I'm sorry, which girl?
Monty. That's what
Montia. That's Tia.
Oh, Montia. Okay, Tia?
Montia. Yes.
Okay.
Montia and Morgan. My security guards that were with me told me that, Kevin, you were fucked up, but it didn't seem like you were fucked up to the point where we were worried. Like, it looked like an alcohol fucked up. Montia and Morgan came to the room, right? They came back to the room. My security was like, they will say, let's make sure that these drugs are fine, that everything is okay. I said, okay, well, just make sure their phones are shut off. I'm fine. Okay, that's all I care about. He said, okay, cool. He plugged answer was, if you put your stuff up, I'm a heavy watch guy, I'm a heavy jewelry guy, and I had a bunch of chips on me, like casino chips, right?
Okay.
I probably had like $200 and some $1,000 in casino chips. I gave him my casino chips. That's all I cared about. To take these, I said, I'll make sure that my watches and stuff are up. Okay?
Okay.
They make drinks while we're in the room. They make drinks. Now, at this point, I've been with them. You know, they've been there. They were on the plane. At this point, I'm not gonna lie. My comfort level with the girls was comfortable enough to say, okay, guys, go ahead, y'all make it. Y'all gonna make the drink. I went upstairs to go put my stuff up. I come back downstairs. We take the shots and we take a drink. After I took the shots and drink, I go, look, I'm fucked up. I said, I remember this part. I said, I'm fucked up. And I said, I'm fucked up. I go upstairs. I said, you're more than welcome to stay. I know it's late. Y'all can stay. It was a dinner. I'm in the village. I go upstairs. Me and my team, we were flirting and stuff, but there was nothing like locked in. Like, it wasn't like we left and I was like, yo, I'm fucking you tonight or anything like that.
Okay.
Like, it was a nice flirt, and I knew that it was in the air. It could happen if I wanted it to. But I didn't touch the issue because at this point, I'm really like, yo, I'm fucked up. Like, I'm a little fucked up. So I go upstairs. When I go upstairs, if you look in one of the pictures, I have on a black shirt. My black shirt is buttoned up to the top of my fucking throat. It's buttoned up. I laid in the bed. I'm dressed. I didn't get undressed. I remember getting in the bed. If you look at the color pictures, I have on the same black shirt. It looks like it's a different color because of the light. It's the same black shirt with a collar. That same shirt is the shirt that I got in the bed with. And where it's foggy is, I don't remember what Morgan did. I don't remember if Morgan left when I went upstairs. I don't remember if Morgan took a second and came upstairs. I remember Montia got in that bed. I remember that.
Okay.
I remember first time that she had a dress on. She had a dress on, she got in that bed. I'm knocked out. Nothing happened that night. I did not have sex with that girl that night.
Okay.
I had sex with her the following morning. She woke me up. Okay. At this point, if you look, this is where I'm being taken. Now, here's the thing about the Cosmopolitan Hotel. The mirrors are on the side when you walk into the room.
Okay.
In other words, inside those buildings, you walk into the room, to the left of your bed, to the right is a wall-sized mirror. And you have to open that mirror. That whole mirror opens up, and that's where the closet is. The TV is in the mirror. They place the camera on the opposite side of the room to face the mirror. There's no way that they would have known to do that. There's no way that they would have known to do that if they didn't take that room out while I was asleep. Before that, nobody else was in my room. Nobody else was in my room. They were over at the other hotel with my friends. They went to dinner that night with my friends. Nobody else was with me there. Nobody. So there's no way that somebody came in before them and set that room up. There's no possible way.
Okay.
Those girls had to do it when I was knocked out. And the fact that the camera is positioned in a direction to point at the mirror, which then is showing the bed, shows that the only people that could do that were the people that said, okay, he's passed out. At some point, when you have sex, make sure it's in this area. I'll tell you why I say that. When you're having sex, you hear the noise. Okay, it's an edited video. But you hear the noise. I'm having sex at the top of the building. If you look, there's one part where you see a woman flop down at the bottom of the bed.
Yes.
While we were having sex, out of nowhere, he turned on her, like I had her facing one way. He turned, and this is the morning. At this point, I'm in it. I woke up here, I'm a little discombobulated, but I'm fucking in it. I'm in it. I mean, at this point, I'm not going to turn away from it. All right, shit, this girl that was here last night, it's going down. She throws herself backwards on the bed. That was hard to get closer to the camera. When she did that, I pulled her back. That's why you never see me having sex in that series. That's when she got up. She then sat on the bed, which is in the clear camera view. They sat on the bench, started talking to you. And in that video, if you look, there's a moment where I walk around and I look in her phone. She called me over here to say something to me so it could be a clear view of me in that spot. She called Montia and the other girl that was really clear, and that was on the FaceTime. I'm talking to them on FaceTime. That was her phone. But she made sure that I did it in that area so you could clearly see that it was me in the room. There's no way that anybody that was not involved in that would not know the exact spot to talk to me in. Because after sex, why not come up on the bed where I was sitting for a second and talk to me? Why go all the way out the bed, sit on that bench, and say, hey, come here?
Right.
Why?
Right. And you have not had any interaction with these girls other than this particular trip.
Before then, no. And here's where it gets honest. And this is part where you're going to see how much I'm willing to cooperate, because this is what's going to get me in trouble. After that, also, I'm a married man. I could talk to a girl, and I'm sorry to be so blunt with the words, but,
that's right.
I apologize. But I'm like, okay, I just had sex with the girl. All right, Terry. You need to go and massage your situation. You need to go massage your situation because we don't know who these girls are. I don't want these girls running back, running their mouths. I don't want these girls speaking bad about me. Even though I know they know that we all know this is the intoxicating moment. Last night I got to bed and went to sleep. My intention was to go to sleep. If I wanted to talk like that, I would have went for it the night before. I didn't happen in the morning. All right, Chad, be the secret memory. Hey guys, look. Not guys, Monty was there. Hey, Monty, the girls are on FaceTime at this point. I said, look, I don't know what y'all are doing today. I got to go back and play poker. When I'm done playing poker, it'll be late. But if y'all want to go out again, we can go out again. At this point, I'm trying to be nice because I don't want to seem like the guy that had sex and I'm like, go. I don't want. Okay? Keep in mind, you throw it down whatever they did. At this point, they got whatever they did. The girl the following day, they said, hey, Kevin, it's still time to go out. At this point, my friend that they came with, told me that he had sex with the girl Clear. He said, yeah, I had sex with the girl Clear, and the girl Marcy was in the shower when we were messing around, Kev. I was like, well, this morning, I had sex with Marcy. We were telling the story because I was just trying to get background and see where he was. So I wanted to let him know that I had sex with one of the girls. I didn't know if they liked them or what. But I wanted to let him know they were wild girls. Like,
right.
You know, she came to my room and the other girl was there. I hope that nobody has loyalty to him. He's like, no, it's cool, man. It is what it is. That night, they all came to the club, March 2nd. And they met at my villa. Now, at this point in time, my friends are there. My friend Damien, my friend John, myself, my friend JT, were all in the room. They came. We stayed in that room for about, I would say, max 10 minutes. We're downstairs in my village before we were leaving out to the club. That's when they took the pictures of me and she was sitting on the couch.
Okay, and the different clothing. So that's now she's in the shorts?
Yes. That's where we took that picture. The white girl sitting on the couch. Where I'm sitting in front of a white girl or whatever. I'm tipsy at that point because that was me. We were playing poker all day.
Okay.
We're playing poker all day. But that's where we go. And then now they got that footage to edit the other footage. The only stuff that was taped was that night, the first night, when we went out and I got the black shirt on and they got the white episode, the girl Montia is in every single shot. The only person that could have been there to do that would have had access to all of those things, was Montia. They tried to say there was a Chinese girl that was there that could strip with the rhino. I've known this girl for the longest time. That girl, in no way, shape, or form would have been her. If she offered, Kevin, if you want my full cooperation, whatever you need me to do, whether it's you, the cops, whatever, I can break down those nights. She said, Kevin, all you can say is that when I was with you guys, you were fucked up.
Okay.
If she was fucked, she was like, you were fucked up. That's the only thing that's all I can say. Because as far as me being a part of anything, I was never even in that bedroom, Kevin. I never came to the room. Never. If you tell them the honest to God truth, the only girl that saw that room
was Morgan and Tia.
were Morgan and Montia. And on the last day when we went to that club, Claire was there for maybe 5 minutes. And she came in that room and said, "Guys, y'all ready?" Claire walked out. Claire was never in that room for a long time.
Okay.
Never.
Okay. All right.
And the one thing that I know that we can do, like if my story is blurry or whatever at any point, what I do know that we can get from the Cosmopolitan Hotel,
right,
those nights that we were there, you can get the traffic going in and out that room.
Right, right.
One night when we came back, my friend Damien, he had some friends with him, but that was the night after I had sex with Montia. Like the sex and stuff, they went down to the tape, nothing happened after that. Nothing. Like there were people there that were drinking or whatever. There was no sex. That sex happened on that first night.
Got it. What date did you get into Las Vegas?
Wait, let me just interrupt for 1 second. Kevin, you said that sex happened on the first night. It didn't happen the following morning.
Yeah, I'm talking about the first day when I was there. That's right. Like the first day when I came, I went to sleep that night, woke up, and she woke me up.
Right.
Sorry to interrupt. In other words, the turn of we went out, having a good time, coming back, I'm counting that all as one day.
Right.
The following day, we went out again and came back. There was no sex. There was nothing that happened.
Okay. So, like I said, what was the date that you came in at the Cosmopolitan?
I don't know the exact date. I'm thinking it was around, I can look at my calendar right now. I had to guess, I think it was like August 17th. Hold on for a second. August 17th, yep. Barcelona, that's not one. It's the 17th, I didn't go to Barcelona.
Okay, so August 17th you came in and then you left when?
I left on, I want to say, shoot. I remember I was buried in Germany, so it was either the 19th or the 20th. I'm not sure. But we continued that poker game. The poker game that went for a long time.
Okay. All right. Well, that gives me a good. And what room were you in, Kevin?
I think it was bungalows. I always stay in the bungalows when I'm there. It may have been like bungalow, I would say 2, 4, or 6.
2, 4, or 6?
2, 4, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I was just there for heartbeat research, and I don't know. Hold on, because Candy got disconnected. Hold on.
You're going to get disconnected? What'd you say? I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's back on. He's back on.
Oh, Andrew. Okay.
I want to say it was 2, 4, or 6 because when I came back to my heartbeat weekend, I stayed in the Buffalo Bluff. I don't know if I mixed it up. I want to say it was 2, 4, or 6 though.
Okay, well that's a good start.
Y'all okay out there? You guys okay out there? Okay, so that is the first. He just a talking. I'm like, he giving all these good details and all of that. So if you guys haven't noticed, the transcript is what's on the screen. It was actually attached to the amended complaint as well. So it tells you so, because oftentimes it's a lot of inaudible parts and he gets mumbly and he talks very, very fast. And so I made sure that I put that on the screen so that you guys can see. So we're going to listen to some more. All right. You said talking way too much. Well, I think what was very important to the JT lawsuit is that Kevin was basically saying that JT came in that room for like 10 minutes. He didn't even come to Vegas with them. He flew on his own to Vegas when Kevin, I guess, said meet him out there. So he flew with somebody else. They came out to Vegas to meet Kevin, and they was only in his room for like 10 minutes. So how does he even get implicated in all of this? So in Kevin's mind, he was thinking it had to be Montia and it had to be this Morgan chick that's the friend that had to be involved in it, is what he was alluding to. So I'm still just trying to figure out how JT even got into it and how it got where it was okay for people to run off and say, oh, his best friend. Because if you watch the Netflix series, the Netflix series had Kevin and his homeboys. They were all basically saying, yeah, it was hard for Kevin when he found out it was him and all of that. You got the impression that they all believed that it really was him. So I can see him being pissed off when it came to that Netflix documentary, Don't F This Up, if you guys haven't seen it, because when they talk about this, I can totally see them wanting to take this down, for that point, to take that down. So I'm gonna go ahead, guys, make sure you hit the like button. Y'all ain't heard this video, this audio and stuff no place else. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you like it over here. Let me get back on here. Let us continue.
Here's what I want you guys to really understand that I'm very clear on. I'm a calculated guy, and I know how to maneuver. There's no way that I can be videotaped sleeping in bed with somebody else in the room with me not having knowledge of a person in the room.
Got it.
I'm in my life state of mind. There's no way. When I say I am sit up, I am, oh my God, where's my watch? Where's my jewelry? Where's my money? I am that guy. For me to be that bed knocked out with a button-up shirt on all the way up to my neck. Don't look at those pictures. That shirt is stuck up to the top of my neck. For somebody to know where to go into the camera, to have the angle. When I woke up to sexual activity. There's no way that I wouldn't have heard or felt this girl move around that bed and get up because I'm in my right state of mind.
Okay.
I'm talking even if I'm drunk. If I'm drunk, okay. I'm going to feel you get up and move in the bed. I ain't home. I need more comfort, baby. There's no shot.
So you believe this was all calculated over, during the time that you were sleeping in that bed by yourself?
Yes, 100%. 100%. And I also believe that my friend at the billionaire was the original talker. He's a married guy. He was on the plane with them. They had a hotel room where they were at with him. He gave them their own room to have the material to go and set up and take. You come with that. You don't go buy that when you get there. There's no store that you're gonna go and hit for the Secret Service shit that you need to set somebody up and take. You come in with those materials. You don't know that you're not going that you're gonna be able to use it. So you have that with you. There's no way. There's nobody else with you. But them. Nobody else. Okay. And that the girl that they were trying to say about the Chinese girl, it's because she came from the state of Orlando. So after that night at the club, I remember we stopped in the state of Orlando because he was that shit-faced. And that's when we got back to the room. That's my security guard was telling me. He was like, yo, like, dude, like, you're fucked up. He said, but you're not fucked up. He said, but you're on your way. You're fucked up. When I got to the room,
okay, they start talking about some aliases or something, so I don't know. I didn't check to see if it was redacted. So let me see, what mark is this? Kevin's we gonna fast forward it a tad bit. So talking about how bad the connection is. Okay, let's go to 28 minutes. Let me see if I can move this up.
Okay. All right. Okay, so you come home. Okay, I wanted to get in a little bit more details. You said after you were done with Tia, or so to speak, she calls you over to FaceTime with somebody?
Where I remember the memory comes back after watching the video that they put up. If you notice in the video, I'm walking around and there's a beat. You see her get up and she's by herself. She's sitting on the couch thing by herself.
Right.
I was sitting in the bed at that time. she called me. When she called me, she said, get out the bed, I'm naked. I walk around to get my pants, my little house pants to put on. And she's trying to show me something on her phone. I'm looking over her shoulder at her phone. And then after that, she FaceTimes her friend. And makes me have a conversation right there.
Do you know who that friend was?
That was Morgan and Claire.
Okay. Okay. So it was the two of them.
In the other room. They were at the other hotel. And they were all on the phone and like, where are you? Where are you, bitch? They were all like talking, and it was like a fun, friend, cool moment. Like, it was very believable. I had no suspicion at that point that I was having a conversation. Okay. I was entertained, and that's not too I could gesture about the following day if I'm going out.
Got it.
So that night, brother.
Okay. Okay. All right. So you come back from Vegas. Unbeknownst to you, any of this has happened. And when do you find out that something has come of that stand?
This is on like the 24th or 25th.
Okay.
Of August.
All right.
This is when we got wind of it.
Okay.
We got wind of it. I'm in LA. Actually, I'm in LA, and a lot of my relationships are high with the blogs and people that run the blogs because one watches another. So I made sure I'm there for them for certain things, and in return, if something was to hit the fan about me, they give me a heads up as to what somebody's shopping around.
Right.
So an associate said, "Hey, I want to give you a heads up. Somebody's trying to shop."
And was that Fred from Media Takeout?
Yes, that was Fred.
Okay.
Fred said somebody was trying to shop this around. When he said that, we said, well, what are they asking for? He said, there is no price. He said, they sent the email and they said, just know that it's not going to come cheap. It's not going to come cheap. And we got something that could ruin Kevin Hart's career. That was like along the lines of what was said in the message. When that was said, I immediately called my team, got my team on the phone, and I said, they're saying that somebody got something, how do we handle it? Fred said, look, I'll help you, just let me know what you guys want me to do. We said, engage, just say, okay, well, see what they have. And he had to see something, and then they sent him some screenshots. And you notice, none of the stuff that you see is pictures. None of the pictures, it's all video. Right, from video. So that makes me believe, there was a camera either attached to a person or in the purse or something else, because it's not like great quality pictures or anything. Right. It's not even great quality video. Right. So whatever they do, they're grabbing screenshots at the moment. So when he said that, he said, all right, I'll engage, and they sent him some screenshots. And the screenshot that they sent was me laying in the bed with the girl. And when I first saw her, I said, oh, geez, you gotta be fucking kidding me. You gotta be fucking kidding me. And I didn't hit her. I didn't say anything. And that's when I got my team on and involved. And we said, okay, let's figure it out. And at that point, it was about figuring out how to get to her, how to contact her. Okay. So we had Fred give the email. That they were emailing from. And after a couple of days, our guy contacted and said, it's just a buck my mouth if you have some stuff that you're trying to get rid of. I had interest. Email me back. I would love to talk. And then he started to engage. So he and Fred were basically cornering her, making it seem like there was a offer meant going where they could count on each other, and I was controlling the whole thing. And that's when the number came in to 15 million, and we were all blown away. And I think we went back at like 5,000. I told Fred to go back and offer 5,000, and my guy went back and offered maybe a little more, like 10. And Fred was like, "Look, we don't pay those numbers. We don't have that to pay. That's not how this works. This is what we have." I think at one point in time, he went up, his max was like 15. He's like, that's the most you can do. So, if you want to deal with that, then let us know. And then that's when my guy took the lead and was communicating with her. And at one point, I think he actually had a deal that it looked like he was going to make. I think They were going to settle for between, I don't know, 40 and 50, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Andrew. I don't know the exact number, but they were supposed to meet in LA and find out and basically give the content to us and sign the contract so we can wash our hands of all of this.
Okay.
And at the same time, on my side, we had got private investigators to try to track down where she was.
Right.
We could get as much information on it as possible so we could have things just in case it went away to go and track her down and have some kind of sequence to go on with if it got crazy.
Because the minute you saw the photos, you knew exactly where and when.
I knew exactly.
Okay.
The minute I saw the photos, at one point I was like, I said to myself, I was like, oh my God, there's a hotel in on this.
Right.
Could honestly take a picture above me.
Right. Right.
Both my arms are on her.
So he's trying to say that at first he thought that when the pictures came out, he knew where they came from. He knew exactly where the incident happened. And he was like, he thought the hotel was on it. So now we done heard Montia might have done it, Morgan might have done it, and then now we done heard the hotel might have been on it. I'm still trying to understand how JT somehow name got involved in this. I'm not understanding. It makes no sense to me. So anyways, like I said, there's probably about an hour worth of audio on this joint. I'm gonna go down because apparently we knew about the Vegas situation, but there was more than Vegas. He linked up with Montia, according to Kevin. He linked up with her after this whole Vegas trip. So this is why JT was saying in the complaint, it's hard to believe that y'all was, it was some type of thing where you didn't trust her or y'all wasn't in cahoots if you met with her after the fact in LA. So that's what he's alleging in here. So let me see. I gave a physical description. Let me move on here. I'm going to play just the audio, one more piece of audio, because it's a few more minutes on here. Let me see. 1 second. This is when he'd say, I'm going to be honest and tell the truth that I met up with Montia again. So this was also mentioned in the complaint, in the amended complaint as well.
Today's date is September 18th, 2017. The approximate time is 16:40. My partner, Clint, and his attorney.
In Vegas, and the time you were receiving any of these, emails and talking about the video, had you had any contact with her between that time?
There was one text. There was one text that happened. I'm gonna give you something else, okay? And once again, it shows you that I'm playing ball. Okay, ready? Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. I want to tell you guys this, and then I have to go shoot my last shot of the day.
Okay.
So I was stepping away for like 30 to 40 minutes.
Okay.
But here's the one piece of information, and it shows you how open and honest I'm being here.
All right.
When I left Vegas,
mm-hmm.
okay, when I left Vegas, my wife was not coming back home until the following day.
Okay.
So when I went back to LA, I was in LA by myself.
Okay.
I fly private. I got on the jet. I flew home. They woke up late because when I left, I was like, yo, I fell asleep. Once again, this is another night where Montia was hanging out chilling. So I did not have sex with her. I didn't have sex with her. It's another weird night where I fucking fell asleep.
Right.
So now, all 3 nights, this is me. All 3 nights, I fucking passed out. All 3 nights. The first night that I was there, I passed out. I'm out in my fucking button-on shirt, collar to the top. Mm-hmm. Okay, the next night, when we go out to the club, and they were over there, she ended up leaving because I passed out. Mm-hmm. So at that point, I woke up, nobody was there. Okay? The last day before I left, this is why I think I did leave on the 20th. The last day before I left, once again, I passed out. I woke up on the couch downstairs. I met this bitch that night too because I played poker all day, and then it came to a club that I was at with my other poker friends. Once again, I passed out of fucking games, but I'm on the couch. Nobody else. Security at this point thinks she's cool. I slept on the couch. I wake up the next morning. I go, yo, man, I apologize. I guarantee if you pull a record from our text conversations, which I deleted, but I know you have to get it. I'm like, yo, fuck. I mean, I keep falling asleep. I'm so disappointed in myself. I hope you don't think that this means I don't like you enough. I'm trying to cover up because I don't know what's going on. I'm headed back to LA. I go back to LA. She calls 7 p.m. 7 p.m. She calls me and she goes, hey, look, I got to come back to LA and then I'm going to Boston to go see my family. Can I see you? Make up for what we didn't do there. I saw her in LA at the Amended Hotel. And when I saw her, she didn't have none of the shit that she had in Vegas. None of the shit. She came straight from the airport. She didn't have none of the bags that she had. She didn't have the same purse. She didn't. Her carry-on may have been the size of my goddamn thigh. She was in Vegas for 3 days.
And she had literally nothing.
3 days.
Okay. And where, I didn't catch the hotel in LA.
The hotel was the Amended Hotel. The Amended Hotel in LA. And she kept saying that she was going to get there, but she kept saying outside and push back. So she didn't actually get in until 12:30 a.m. I didn't see her until then at 12:45, 12:50.
Okay.
I saw her for a second, I left and I went home. That's the last I saw her. But I'm sitting up here coming together every fucking night I passed out. Every night. And that last piece of information may ruin my marriage. But I'll tell you, this is how honest I'm being with you guys about it.
Right. No, and we appreciate that. Definitely appreciate this. Okay, so did you guys actually go into the hotel?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right. So there would be surveillance there as well?
Yes, if I need to pull that, I can pull that.
Yeah, we can get a lot of that.
I would love it. Yes, if I could keep that out, I would love it. But if you guys could pull it to show, you can see that I'm getting 100% out of an action. I can pull up the reservation that was done under, that was under a friend's name, and I can pull literally. I can tell you the time we got there, the time I checked in. I can go to all of that. And that was on that day when I left.
Got it.
I believe that was the 20th.
Okay. Well, yeah, just hold on to that right now, and because that might not really have to play into anything at this point.
I have to run in. Guys.
Okay.
So basically, hold on. So basically, what he was saying in that last little clip that I played, that I guess after he left Vegas, he linked up. He didn't say any type of physical encounter, but they definitely went to a hotel. He admitted to that on there. That's what I got from it. They went to the hotel. She stopped short of asking, did they do anything? She just said, did y'all actually go in the hotel room? He's like, yeah, we did. So that's the part that we all know about the Vegas encounter with the tape, but we ain't know that he saw her, I guess, and met up with her after the Vegas encounter in LA. See, this is why I'm really not understanding. I mean, he seems like, this is my opinion and assessment of him. He must just be a person that talks himself up out of stuff a lot, because all of this talking was really unnecessary. A lot of this was unnecessary. You could have got straight to the point. You could have straight up just said, listen, I met the chicks. It is what it is. The tape speaks for itself. We only had sex one time. People gonna believe it. Some people not, because you're saying over the 3 days you only did one time, but that just so happened to be the one on tape. I mean, you cannot deny that it was on tape and a lot of the world saw you. So you can't deny that. So now you want everybody to just believe that that's that. But then you say, well, I'm just showing you how honest I am. I'm so honest that I'm going to give you extra information. This extra information might ruin my marriage. Honey, it's not going to, if her visually seeing, if your wife visually seeing you knocking boots with somebody else and then getting on Netflix, crying like, oh my God, this devastated him because it was his best friend and he was so hurt by it, in trouble, when she actually was the one that got cheated on, but somehow this thing flipped where Kevin was the victim. Because see, it sounded better, like I said before, when it was his homeboy who did it, because then it looked like you got betrayed. So then everybody forgetting the fact, and everybody in the world forgot the fact. The way this thing was flipped was very interesting. Because then you forget the fact, like, oh, he was married, his wife was at home pregnant, and this happened. So none of this information that looks like was given to the investigator by any stretch of the imagination pointed to this man, JT. So I can understand his pissivity. I can understand his frustration. And then to just be like, well, we just all gonna move on with our life. You go your way and I go mine. No, you were able to somehow flip this in a way where you became almost the victim in the situation. So your career just kept on going forward. Okay, it just kept skyrocketing. But for him, nothing happened. You're not even like, even making it like you could have still been cool with this guy. You could have showed up at places. You've done movies. You got your own production. Nothing in your mind said, well, let me make sure at least my guy, he able to feed his family because of this stuff that happened. Your wife don't sound like she's gonna leave you anyway. Okay, so I'm not understanding all of this stuff based on cheating. I mean, because that's what it kind of narrows down to, right? Because again, when I read the emails, I said the same thing that's in that complaint. It didn't sound like an extortion plot by anybody. It sounded like a tape was out there and somebody was trying to shop it around to make money. That's what it sounded like they was trying to do. Not the only piece of extortion they came up with was what I showed you. That was in the bottom of one of Kevin Hart's in the chat. And this was after JT was already arrested. That said, if you don't get me $50 million or something, then I'm going to release the tape. The tape had already been released. So it was a troll. And it was traced back to find out they were trolls that did that. The tape had already been released. But the emails that they have do not constitute extortion. It constituted somebody who actually videoed someone and then was like trying to give it to the highest bidder, like somebody that's out here and try to catch somebody. These videos you see around, people fighting or this and that occurring or whatever. That's what it sounded like they was trying to do. But nonetheless, this is ridiculous. And trust me, JT was in a criminal investigation. He probably got way more evidence than even what he put in this amended complaint. You can do a second amended complaint. You can do a third amended complaint. You can say during discovery, we found more information and we're going to add a claim. We're going to do all of that. You know what I'm saying? This ain't worth it. I'm not even understanding why this just don't go behind closed doors and get resolved. Because at the end of the day, the man still does have a wife, regardless. I don't know what their relationship is like. She obviously stayed with him after all of this, but I'm sure she don't like being out here embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just so ridiculous. Like, you cannot let your ego. But the thing is, people with money for some reason, they always feel like they can get attorneys, they can get handlers. It's people that's willing to risk their professions and all type of stuff to try to help cover up or help to do whatever in order to protect this celebrity. And there are people out there that will do it, but no. So that's that. Let me hear what y'all guys to say. Now, all I'm saying is, I get it. If I'm sure it's hard for him, for JT, and I don't know him like that, but I'm sure it's hard for him to be like, sit back and you got to watch. I'm adding 20 more to my comedy tour. I got this new liquor. I got all of this new out. And you sitting up there struggling because this man, in order to make him look better, went along to get along. I'm not saying he started the rumor. I don't even know where it came from. But he clearly went along to get along, and he wasn't fighting for it. In that Netflix series, you can tell. That Netflix series, you was all, yeah, I was really hurt by it. Then you had his wife going around, you know, she was like, he was really hurt. He went days in the room crying. Yeah, I bet he was. Girl, if you ain't know that was the overlay for the underplay, then I don't know what to tell you. Lovejoy said, I bet Nico got a tall Mr. Handsome on the side. Thank you for being a member for $9. Listen, Megan J said desperate times call for desperate measures. Listen, that's deep when it's somebody's freedom on the line. Extortion is no baby. That was a felony. That was a real charge. So no. With friends like Kevin, you don't need enemies. Those people around Kevin are only there for the money. They hate him. But see, that's what I'm saying too. So you're around all these people that even married people and see, this is what would piss me off as a wife. I bet you these people that watch Kevin, who does whatever he does when he did his little extracurricular activities, be putting their little knees up under Nico's tables on Thanksgiving and Christmas and Easter and whatever holidays, knowing that carrying whatever dirt that this man done did. Because what did his friends say? Them little red cup paper boys, whatever, shot glass, whatever them the crew called. They was like, it only happened because he didn't have his real friends around him. If we were around him, the videotape would have never happened. But he had people around him that he typically doesn't hang with. This is what they said on Netflix series. He had people around him that typically aren't around him. And that's why this happened. So what are you saying? Exactly. TA said, isn't that the way a Nico got him child? I don't know. I never did the math. I never did the math on them being together and how they got together and all that stuff. So I don't know, but I did hear that as well. Paper boys, whatever their names is. Red cup, blue cup, green cup, forward. I don't know. Glass cup, shot glass, styrofoams. I don't know what they called. But anyways. That is the latest. Let me see. He did also add another count to his complaint as well. Because before, I think he did. Let me see. He got done malicious prosecution as he added. So he added a fourth cause of action. Hart maliciously initiated a criminal prosecution against plaintiff and was actively involved in causing plaintiff to be arrested and prosecuted for extortion based on the tape. Hart acted with probable cause. Hart acted without probable cause and with malice, as evidenced by the inconsistencies in Hart's statements and the fabricated evidence submitted, which is mentioned above. No reasonable person in Hart's circumstances would have believed that there were grounds for causing plaintiff to be arrested and prosecuted for extortion. Hart acted primarily for purposes other than to bring plaintiff to justice. The extortion charge terminated in plaintiff's favor and on the merits. Indeed, the district attorney dismissed the extortion charge for lack of probable cause. As a direct and proximate result of Hart's act, plaintiff suffered damages, including but not limited to emotional distress, harm to reputation, and financial losses. Hart's conduct was undertaken with the intent to injure plaintiff and with the willful and conscious disregard of plaintiff's rights. As such, malicious conduct is defined in Civil Code Section 3294. Plaintiff is entitled to punitive and exemplary damages against Hart for the sake of example to punish him for his unlawful acts. And then, aside from all the links, in addition, I guess I should say, to all the links, remember I told you guys that I guess the extortion email was fabricated? Well, they've actually attached also the data to show that it was fabricated from the expert that they hired. Let me see. So this was attached as well. So you can access the email, and then you can also access to see the differences in the email and all of that. So, yeah, not playing with him. He's not playing with him. He literally, I can't with y'all. He literally has the evidence. You know what I always say? Where is your authority? He has the authority and transcript, audio, and links if you want to go check it out. Ricky Smiley defended Kevin on his show. Did he? Thank you so much, Houston Foodie 713 for the super chat. I appreciate that. I believe it because I think they made JT Donkey of the Day or something like that. Because it just somehow flipped where you took the eye. It was very strategic and smooth how it happened, in my opinion. But it definitely took your eyes off of him, is what it did. So you need to handle. Listen, this is my unsolicited opinion. Okay, I think that you should just go ahead and settle these lawsuits so you can go ahead about your career, because this just is not a good look. I think most people believe JT was wronged, and that because he was wrong, he should get some type of compensation for that. He should get something where he can at least live to the level he was living prior to these allegations. Not to mention the thousands of dollars he had to spend to get an attorney. And I get it. On the flip side, to a degree, Kevin Hart doesn't have the ability to actually commence charges, but he does have the ability to try to do what he needed to do to say, I know my best friend didn't do it. So yeah, why the DA had it turns. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Sorry about that. Why the DA has the ability, not the DA, the police, they give over, they request the warrant, they submit all the evidence. It's up to the DA to decide whether they're going to prosecute. So I ain't giving him all that major credit. But you do have the ability to be like, no, that wasn't him. And look at all of this stuff. None of this stuff is pointing to him. But it just sounded better to say that. You know, that looked bold if your best friend did you bad like that. So, yes, I do. I have a lot of kids obsessed with the mess. I really do. A lot. And Dev isn't here. So she's in here. That's why I'm not at my office or in my office doing this. Thank you, Diva, for becoming a new member. I appreciate that. So we've been on for a good hour. You said, yeah. Thank you guys so much. Do we got any questions before we get off? I'm going to take the full audio, and I'll probably just make it into a video by itself. And then I'll probably put it in the membership if y'all want to hear the whole thing, because you might want to have to put your earbuds on because it was a lot of inaudible parts. That's why I had the transcript going while I was playing it. But it's probably only about 10 more minutes than what I had on there, because it was about 40 minutes. But then there was some intros, some dropping calls, and who all is on the call and all of that type stuff. So I skipped over that. So we just went over to the meat of it. So yeah. You're welcome. What's going to happen next in this lawsuit? We'll see. He has to get served the lawsuit. And once he's served, we'll see. We'll see if somehow Kevin tries to make this private, meaning they try to do settlement. I think he should just settle. I don't even think he should even respond, do a little settlement, just say they both work this out amicably. You know, you can't do an NDA or nothing like that. You're not supposed to, but you can say in there, well, it was a defamation portion of his lawsuit. So he probably wants him not to defame him or something like that, meaning JT, because he did have a defamation. But most settlements, you don't really discuss the major terms of your settlement and you move on. I think that's the best bet. That's what I would say. But hey, who am I? I'm just an intellect over here reviewing a lot of this stuff. I don't know these people. So you said, Pam, since you be missing out on what's going on in the streets, Nesto texting with another woman. Huh? What had happened? I didn't know that. Now, if you guys are in the membership, you guys see that Wooten done dropped some more discovery over there on Nesto and them. Drop some more discovery. Another terabyte of information. I didn't see that. Oh, yes, I did hear that Wade Wilson call. We got to start getting into Wade now. So what I want to do, though, for that is I want us to probably do, I don't know, we're going to have to do some background before we start dealing with any of them calls because the homeboy is weird. Homeboy is really weird. Thank you so much for the super chat, Traylo. I appreciate that. Yes, I'm going to be on it. Absolutely. You already know. It's in Patreon, the new text messages. Oh, okay. I'll look it up. Thank you so much. You said you love my surprise. Okay. You guys are so kind. You guys really are. It can be just as whack. You guys are like, girl, that's so cute. You know, hair be sticking up. You like, girl, your hair is lovely. You guys are hyping me up. When I tell you gonna hype me up, that's one thing the intellects are gonna do is hype your girl up. Okay. All right, y'all. Thank you guys so much. It was over 1,000 of you guys today, and I appreciate all of the love and support. Again, this is just part of the amended complaint that JT has filed. And I'll see you guys over in this good YouTube streets, I am sure. Thank you, Miss V. You said great job as usual. Thank you so much. And I did get a Cash App earlier. I have to shout her out too. I think I put it in the chat, but thank you so much, Tyra T. I appreciate you. I love you guys back. Thank you guys so much. Miss HLS, thank you for the super chat. Thank you. I appreciate you. You are so kind. Okay, let me get off here. You know, y'all gonna keep me on here doing these super chats. Shoot. It's getting dark in here. You see how you can barely see my face now. But anyway, you guys have a great evening. I'm gonna holler at you guys next time.